You just heard Vetiver on KEXP from Tight Knit, the 2009 album, that song called Strictly Rule. I'm Cheryl Waters. You've got it tuned to the Midday Show on KEXP. It's listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle. You can find us online at kexp.org. And right now you can find me down in the studios, the live performance space, with our good friend Eric Johnson, going by EDJ with his brand new project. Welcome, Eric.
Hey, thanks for having me. I played keyboards on that Vetiver song that you guys just played. Actually, I played that keyboard part on Strictly Rule by Vetiver.
Did you really?
Not to, but I just think, I didn't know if that was, I just had to say that because I did.
I'm glad you did.
It was a hard keyboard part, so it bears worth mentioning.
Yeah, you got to toot your own horn.
Yeah.
Right? Well, we're going to talk about your relationship with Andy and Vetiver and a ton of other stuff, I hope. But why don't you start us off with some music? And I know it's sort of like brand spanking new stuff from EDJ.
Yeah, and I got all these crazy looper pedal things, too, so here we go.
It's EDJ Live here in the KEXP studios on the Midday Show.
Of people, those who are, those who are. There's two kinds of people, those who are, those who are. There's two kinds of people, people and those who are.
Supposed
That is so beautiful. It's EDJ live here in the KEXP studios. Eric, it's such a pleasure to have you back.
It's nice to be back. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, which I don't think it has.
It hasn't. You were here in November and you were playing a farewell show. You did a solo acoustic set for us, playing Fruit Bat songs, and you said that you felt like you'd done what you wanted to do with that band of nearly 20 years and that we'd hear more from you in the future, but you didn't know what that would be. You were kind of busy scoring movies and writing songs for movies and producing records down at your home in Portland. And I felt like it would be years away that we would hear something new from you.
Me too.
I feel like you delivered really quickly on that promise.
Did. I don't know what happened. It was like, I was actually starting to make a record like 7 weeks after that or something, kind of unbeknownst to myself. It took me by surprise a little bit too.
I guess when the creativity strikes, you want to get that down on tape.
Yeah, I think so. I just kind of felt something, so.
Well, tell me about this new project. I saw you play at Pickathon. Super fun. The crowd loved it. You looked like you were having a great time, and I think I heard you...
You must have seen the second show, because I was terrified the first show.
I saw you on the palette stage.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I was totally terrified, but I'm glad that I looked... My acting performance was really good then.
You were having a great time. You were dancing around. The crowd was eating you alive. Well, maybe that's a bad. They were eating you up. They loved it. And I think I heard you say that was your first time you performed live.
That was the first show. Like, I mean, of this sort of permutation of this show, I've done some kind of solo acoustic set, but with this looping pedal thing, that was like, that was the absolute, that was the beta test of that, which is Pickathon's kind of it's either the best place or the worst place to kick that off. I didn't know what, so.
Well, I give you 2 thumbs up. That
cool.
was great. Well, talk about this setup and this band. Your one-man show is... Tell me about what you're doing with the music here and the instrumentation, and is the plan to stay a one-person setup?
Well, for those of you out in Radio Land, you can't see it, but I've got this looping pedal, and then I've got this sampler, and it's sort of, it sounds like backing tracks, but it's not. I'm actually making this all as I go.
It looks like you're dancing while you're
playing. It's a little bit of a ballet for sure, but I made the record with a band, and with actually like a kind of a large cast of characters, and but I think just to start off, it's a little bit easier for me to, from a logistical standpoint, just to sort of start off this way, and it can kind of get me out there, because I really am starting completely from scratch. So I think a lot of people are doing the looper pedal thing now anyway.
It sounds wonderful, and musically it's a little bit different of a sound for you, but it's so wonderful that voice that everyone loves, and for me it just really melts me every time I hear it. To hear that on top of this sort of new sound is really been delightful, I have to say.
Cool. Yeah, I think the looper pedal thing kind of forces, I definitely took a kind of an effort to, even though it's me writing the songs, to make it different in a way that was not totally palpable all the time when I was making the record, but definitely this live show is without this kind of 4-piece band backing me up, and so it definitely sort of forces you to listen in a little bit of a different way.
Well, you definitely have a lot of great, talented friends that you could have playing with you, and you have played with. We talked about Andy from Vetiver. I'd like to talk a second about your new label, Easy Sound, because it's a home to Vetiver, and just recently we've had a couple artists from that new label in. The Donkeys were here last week. It was amazing. We had Rodrigo Amarante in recently. I know the Paper Cuts are on that.
So you've had like pretty much everybody.
Yeah, it's you're kind of hard at work behind the scenes there as well.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I have like sort of a team captain position there a little bit, but it's really fun. A friend of mine started it. It was a little bit of the impetus. It all happened very fast, and it was a little bit of the impetus to do this record too, because he started this label and asked me to do a record, and I was like, all right, I will. But yeah, it's a super interesting group of people, and so the sort of initial roster has started off with just being a bunch of friends and stuff too, and it's really cool. It just started, so.
It's great. Yes, you mentioned it's new, but if you look online and see the list of people, it's like, boom, there's a solid group of like-minded musicians.
Yeah, people seem
exciting.
Pretty stoked with the line, we've gotten a lot of compliments on that, so it's good, and there's more stuff to come, so yeah, it's going to keep growing, hopefully.
Well, we're so happy to have you here today. You're playing a show tonight at Sonic Boom Records. It's free and all ages. It's always great when the kids can come out.
Yeah.
And then I would assume you're going to maybe come back, do some touring.
Definitely. Yeah, the touring, I think I did like the Pickathon thing, and I'm doing all just this kind of stuff, but I'm doing the East Coast to start, to kind of get out there, and then I'll be back through the Northwest and the West Coast in October. So.
Great. We look forward to that, and thank you for coming in and sharing some early songs with us. You got another one?
Yeah. Should I do a couple more or one more or whatever you want?
I'd say two more.
Okay, cool. Two more it is.
Never be as stoned as you used to get. You will never feel your limbs float away. Looking at a girl's eyes, looking back at your eyes. You will never fall in love like you used to, and you will never be a child in the wild, laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and mild. Laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and mild. Sometimes you're just thinking about it again, and sometimes you're actually laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and mild. And sometimes you're thinking that you're somewhere far away. You're thinking you're someone else who's laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and mild. But you will never be a child in the wild again, and you will never feel your limbs float away. Laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and mild. Looking at a girl's eyes, looking back at your eyes. Laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and wild. Laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and wild. Laying in the weeds, wind blowing sweet and warm and wild.
So beautiful. EDJ live on KEXP, the new album Self-Titled. I forgot to mention that came out this week. Is that right?
That's right.
On Tuesday. You can get it now. All your favorite record stores, maybe tonight at Sonic Boom. EDJ plays an all-ages free in-store at 6 p.m. A beautiful evening to go out and see some live music down in Ballard tonight. I might ride my bike over.
You should. It is really nice out.
It is.
Okay, here I go.
be light through the gun, you be streaming strong to your teeth. Then you hear upstairs neighbors making babies right above your bed. You're having hot dogs and beans for your birthday. Gonna put another pencil mark up on the wall. And it's hardly a miraculous day, but it's striking a thing. You think how it's a minor miracle you were even born at all. Born at all. Cause every time you've ever seen is some mama's baby, some papa's son. Strange to know that every soul you ever seen came out of someone once. Though you don't think about it much. Every loveless loser had to climb uphill into this world. Everyone you've ever known was made from some kind of weird mojo. Every bum you've ever seen is some mama's baby, some papa's son. Strange to know that every soul you ever seen came out of someone once. Everyone you've ever known was made from some kind of weird mojo. Everyone you've ever known was made from some kind of weird mojo. Everyone you've ever known was made from some kind of weird mojo. Everyone you've ever known was made from some kind of weird mojo.
I love it. Thank you so much.
I was supposed to play the harmonica at the end of that one, but I forgot my harmonica, and I was like, the nice thing about the looper is I'd be like, could I just go into the other room and grab it? But I thought that was a bad idea. So
You'll just have to come back next time. And
more
play it
harmonica
for us.
next time.
All right. And tonight at Sonic Boom.
Yeah, there will be harmonica.
So great to have you. It's EDJ live here in the KEXP studios. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me back.
New album out this week. You can get it tonight at Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Or anywhere you live. Great record stores.
Yeah.
You've got to tune to KEXP Seattle. Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.